Hey, what's good? What's good? It's your boy DJ Lil King. We back with another episode of Let's Chop It Up on the Ride and High podcast. Got my dog Freak Man back here behind the scenes with me. I'm sitting behind the cameras today, you know what I'm saying? Got my boy Hexmore back here. Got Trill Spill also back here with me, you know what I'm saying? We're going to do a special tribute episode today to my dog Richard Nitemarez Trevino, you know what I'm saying? We got couple of members of Dark Street. We got a couple of members of Ugly Swag up in here, and we're going to just let them tell some stories about Nitemarez and how they first met Nitemarez and just a whole bunch of good shit, man. I feel it's finna be a good night tonight, you know what I'm saying? We had the services a little bit earlier for Richard, you know what I'm saying? So invited a couple of people back to the crib, and we're going to talk about his legacy and the legacy that he left on the community, the rap scene, and all that good stuff, man. We're going to have them start off by introducing themselves, man. What's good with it, Escalade?
Yeah, it's Escalade Todd. I'm from Ugly Swag, you know what I mean? We've been doing this thing for a minute.
My name is Rob Zilla. I'm the founder of Ugly Swag. Got the chain on and everything. Rest in peace, Nitemarez.
My name is Tara. Sometimes, or with the group, I go by T Era, and I work with Ugly Swag Entertainment.
Frequency, Dark Street Records.
Already, man. Let's start off from the beginning, man. When did y'all first meet Nitemarez? Whoever wants to start with that one.
I've heard the story from when.
I'm pretty sure all y'all. I know all y'all ain't meet him at the same time.
Shit, I can let y'all know, man. I met Nightmares fucking my first show ever back at classes off of what is that, Baldwin and Port?
Mm-hmm.
It was Roof.
No, Roof off of Roof and Roof and Port, yeah. And with Dark Street and you know what I mean? And they were all wearing what was it, nun outfits? Yeah. Yeah, the nun outfit on with the glasses and the cigarette. You know what I mean?
You say nun?
Yeah, the nun.
Was that Halloween?
Like preacher or nun? Yeah, like a church nun.
Priest.
Like
Anybody a priest?
no.
It was Nightmares.
Oh,
He
okay.
wasn't
So
an
yeah,
actual priest, but he had the.
he did have the priest on. Yeah. Okay.
He was the
Yeah.
only priest and everybody else was a nun.
Yeah.
I like the way you played that.
Yeah.
Y'all
Yep.
even know this till now. He like, motherfucker.
And to this day,
Shit.
I was there when Escalade, Prophet, Jay Wright, long live Jay Wright, and Jay Fresh. That was their first show that I ever seen of them. And Nightmares was there, but I don't remember meeting him. But Escalade seems to tell me that I met him.
Hell yeah. There's a lot of drinking.
Oh, shit. So when did you first remember meeting Nightmarez, Rob?
Man, the first time I met him, it was through a Facebook Messenger.
Already.
I knew he was managing Dark Street at the time. This is back in like 2010. And so I shot him a message, you know what I mean? I shot him my shot, so he could be my manager. And I told him, or I asked him, I said, hey, I got a show tonight at Zeros. I'm getting my feet wet in the music games, my first time doing this. I just need someone to manage me. And he said, gave him the time, went out there. He saw me perform, and he was like, you know what? I fucks with it. It's different. It's not rap,
Yeah.
but I fucks with it.
Already. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I think he was the one that told me the story that whenever he first saw you, and I forgot who was talking to about it. But they're like, "Yeah, check out my buddy," and he went to check you out, and he was like, "I don't know, the guy looks a little strange, a little goofy." And then he said he heard you perform, and he was like, "Oh my god, like whoa!" He was very, very surprised, and he loved your stuff, your music.
And may I also add what Nightmares told me a year later. He said, Rob, don't take this the wrong way. And this is, again, still getting to know each other, feeling each other out, how are we going to work, do we even work? Does our energy match? He said, Rob, I'm going to tell you this, and don't take this the wrong way. When you first hit me up, this is back then when I had the dreads, the bandana, the metal finger, the boots, the long short.
Contacts.
Yeah, the contacts, everything. He said, Rob, I thought you were a joke.
Damn.
Real talk. He said that. He said, Rob, I thought you were a joke. But when I heard your music, that's when I knew.
Yeah, that was the story you told me.
Hell yeah. You say Miss Tierra?
Tara,
When did you first meet Nightmarez?
through Rob, I think it was whenever we went in the studio. Was it then? The first time I went in the studio with you guys, and I didn't know.
Oh.
I've never been in a studio before. I've never been in a recording studio, and I didn't know that everyone could hear me. I thought it was just what's his name?
Shit.
So I'm singing, you know, and all that. I'm letting out everything I can, and then as soon as I got out of the booth, you were like, "Man, you're amazing!" And everyone was like, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't know. Well, y'all could hear me. I thought it was just the one person with the headphones on." And yeah, and that was my first time I met him in the studio. 12 years back.
Back in Metropolis.
Yeah.
Damn, that's what's up.
Shut up, Mike. He was out there, right? Tonight?
Yeah, LOB.
Yeah, for sure.
What's good?
You got,
Yeah, he sitting there looking all high as shit. Cynical was good, man.
Saint. Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Shit. We met Nitemarez a long time ago.
At Tweeties.
Yeah, was that at Tweeties?
Yeah, it was at Tweeties.
Yeah, we had just performed, and you know, he just somebody that walked in, you know, stumbled into a little hole in the wall, and he saw us perform, and he's like, "Man, y'all are fucking badass." He's like, "Hey, dude," he's like, "Let me be y'all's manager," you know.
I don't think anybody
I'll
hyped
book
this
y'all
up as much
shoes.
as Nightmares did.
Bro,
I don't think anybody hyped this up as
I
much
can honestly
as he
say
did.
he's like one of the most supportive friends anybody could have
Yeah.
ever had, for sure.
Yeah, but right off the jump, he's on, let me be y'all's manager. And just let him take
And he
the
was
wheel.
always honest about it too, being supportive.
Yeah. And
you were saying like he convinced you or whatever, kind of persuaded you to.
Well, yeah,
to
because
the other.
all I was
rap
doing was
of
just
it.
trying to learn how to record and make beats and stuff like that. And I would just fuck around and show him shit that I was doing, like hooks here and there. He's like, bro, how can you put this shit out? Like, you know, I go, it was, you know, it was not like what everything was going on.
It's motivating.
So I was like, fuck it. I just started doing more and more and getting more serious with it and getting more serious into the beats and recording and shit. And, you know, probably wouldn't have done that if he wouldn't have told me. Because he would literally get on our ass, like.
Yeah. He's a person who believed in people,
Mhm.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, like, I remember specifically the Liquid Assassin show, like, and I was telling Jex the other night, I get introduced to these bigger names, no matter who the fuck they are, through local artists. Like, I'd never know who he is. I probably wouldn't know who some of the people he's, like, who was it that y'all did that side by side with? I thought you said it was someone with R.
Damn, Liquid
Ritz?
Assassin, bro.
Who are you?
Oh,
I don't know. Either way, but like, so local artists introduced me to these bigger artists because I follow y'all, I don't follow them. So like, as far as I'm concerned, like you're the bigger name than that type of shit, you know. And I was remembering the whole ICP thing at the House of Rock. Is that what it was? Hey, I dipped into that shit when we did this interview like 5-6 years ago. So I got to tap back in because that was definitely an emotional moment.
Yeah, it was.
From the outsider looking at you, like, nah, they ain't doing that to Zilla. Like, what?
Yeah,
You know, that just.
yeah, that was a dirty moment.
Yeah.
Shit, you want to...
I don't know if you want to jump into that. That's on you.
Yeah.
I mean, I brought it up. Fuck it.
we
Hey,
there.
that was for Nightmares. Shit. You know how we do.
What would Nightmare say? He would say, man.
What is it? Muddy Waters, man.
Yeah, no, Dirty Waters.
Dirty
Dirty
Waters.
Waters.
Dirty Waters.
Dirty
Dirty Waters
man. Dirty
Entertainment.
Waters. Dirty Waters, man. Dirty Waters.
And I only
Yeah.
got one clip of him saying that, and that was on
Yeah.
the We Raise Hell video.
Yes, sir.
That was years ago. I was skinny as shit. Damn.
I'm gonna read some of these comments. Homie said, Pedro Adame. What's his name?
Oh, Big Body Hella.
Big
What's
Body
good,
Hella.
Big Body?
He said, I've been
My bad. I
rocking with
didn't hear you
y'all
excited
since
like that.
2014. Shout out from Cardinalismo Records.
Yes, sir.
Damn.
Hey,
Matt,
Big
Matt
Body Hella's
Casa
good
said, when I
people.
met Nightmares, he scared me, but after talking to him, he became a good friend of mine. Miss you, Nightmares.
He's a big old teddy bear.
Fact, bro.
A lot of people, even myself, I am not going to lie, was kind of intimidated when you first meet the man because
Yeah, the way.
the shades, the pinky ring, the chain, the tall tee, Dickies, and black shoes that he
He
never.
comes off real scary.
Well, see, they did him dirty. We talk about the Tweeties days, remember? They always thought him and JC Blue were brothers.
Oh.
Remember that? Back in the Tweety days? Yeah.
Twins.
Yeah. I seen so many people go up to the wrong one. Hey, aren't you?
Yeah, you blue. Shout Shout out
Crazy,
JC Blue.
bro.
He told us he waxed his body so whenever he committed crimes, he wouldn't leave evidence.
Yes, he
He's like, I just waxed it so I wouldn't be
Crazy, bro.
Man.
Yeah, man. When we first met him, we had a lot of badass shows. You know, it was dope. He was just.
What
super
year did
supportive.
y'all first meet him, and what year did y'all start working together?
2010.
2010
We weren't
already.
supposed to do music and show it to people. He wanted us to do it.
Already.
We did. Michael White invited us to do a show at Tweety's, and it was kind of like a fucking thing. And we went there, met Nitemarez, and you know, it was just something we did when we got high. We'd smoke weed, make beats off Fruity Loops, and
Was
just
he
like,
managing or doing that with anybody at that time? No.
nah,
Yeah.
nah.
Crazy. So
we
he
were,
took that first leap for him.
Yeah.
Y'all taking that first leap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a big part of our history as well, because because beyond the music, when we would chill and party and hang out, we used to go to clubs and hang out and whatever, this and that.
I mean, even just fucking chill at the studio all day.
Yeah.
You know, he was there.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I remember seeing y'all posting a shitload of pictures back in the day or wherever. I never been there, but
Yeah.
there was shit. Y'all have like some parties.
Oh yeah, dude.
And recording it looked like it.
We used to do shows
Oh my
where we
God.
would combine like metal and rap, and then everybody would just show up like after. And it'd be like,
parties over here.
yeah, it was fucking crazy, crazy fucking party.
Yeah,
From one
bro.
of Courtey's shows, and it was like that.
Nightmares would always show up with a bottle of Crown.
Oh, it's
Always.
nice.
Sometimes two.
House shows?
Yeah, the
House
house
parties.
shows.
It's funny, like there's a picture where he's sitting there and he's like, "Who the fuck drank all my Crown?" Like, and it's so funny because that's exactly what he said, dude. That night, he's like, "Who the fuck drank all my Crown?" I was
He's all fuck it, go to the car and come back with another bag.
for real.
So what are some of the memories y'all have like doing some of the shows that y'all did with Nitemarez?
Oh man.
Definitely that one where he was dressed as a tree.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Classics. And he didn't get to go with us to Brother Lynch Hung, right?
No, I don't think so. But we definitely rocked Beeville like twice, a couple times. He was out there for those.
And Beezer was fun.
Yeah, I want to get into some of these other comments. People got their memories too. Of Brian Heathenist Lindom
Oh, what's
said,
going
I
on,
met him at a
Heathenist?
show out there in San Antonio, one of the domestic and realists. Last night I saw him was at a show Raz put together.
Razakel, shout out Razakel and Team
Yeah.
She, Shrunken Head Entertainment.
Salute back to Big Body Hella. D said, I still have the We Raise Hell track.
Hey.
Joseph Cormore says, Mr. Crown and Water.
Oh, that's Ferrilla. Shout out Ferrilla Truth, Rick.
Somebody was saying that it was supposed to be Crown and Coke over there at the thing, but it was just straight Crown.
Yeah.
That was one way he got y'all. Homie Joshua Ragnath said, my G's, love y'all, long live
speak of
Nightmares and
box.
Turk.
Box.
The box.
Pedro Big Body Hella said, Nightmares introduced me to a lot of people in the biz. He put my name out there.
Yeah, he did.
That's a fact. He did that with a lot of people. Shit.
He was trying to get him and Big Body Hella and JC Blue to do a song because
Oh, the chopper style.
Yeah.
Oh,
With a
shit.
chop.
Yeah.
That'd have been tight. That'd have been dope. They're like the local twisters, I guess. What do they
Right.
call them?
Let's make it happen.
Just choppers,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, choppers or
I mean, it
So
could
it's
still
like
happen,
Texas
right?
twisters.
Everybody's still
yeah.
moving,
Oh, yeah.
so try to put that in motion. Shit, I was telling everybody earlier, like, the only way I saw tonight going was kind of us wearing our brands and shit, because that's what Nightmares would have been cool with, like his marketing, his promotion, like his love for it. It wouldn't have saw that at any kind of like, disrespect. It would have been like, yeah, you're doing what I
No,
wanted
he
you
would
to
have been
do.
like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's like the whole time we were all just networking all over again.
yeah. And that's what I would want. Like, to be honest, in that same position, I'd want you to network with somebody you didn't really ever know, but you knew we both knew that same person.
Even in the afterlife, bringing people
Yeah,
together. You know,
facts,
like-
bro.
I love you,
Facts.
Nightmares. I miss you, man.
Yeah. me too.
Dominic Miller said Nightmares flew into Wichita with Rob Zilla in 2017 for the first ever Gold D's production show, and the dub showed them both major love.
Man, shout out to Dom, Goldies. Hey,
Damn.
Dom's live, man. He's good people, man. If you're ever in Wichita, man, hit that man up, man, because that man always bringing some local shows, even some big events, man. Just add that man right now. I'm telling you from personal
You got any
experience.
Wichita stories?
Yeah,
Or how y'all got there or something?
San Antonio, look, me, Dom, and Insane Loke on the 4 Horsemen, boy.
to Wichita with before
yeah.
we go to the San Antonio.
Lost
So
my
how
damn
y'all even
glasses.
get to Wichita plug? Like how y'all even get plugged in with that show?
Man, to be
You
real,
say you went through Dominique.
Crazy.
Let's talk about all the shit y'all had to go through to even get to Wichita.
well, Dom was the one that asked me, "Hey, Rob, I want to bring you out to Wichita." I was like, "All right, well, you got a show?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm going to bring out Mars, not Mars with a Z, but Mars with an S." Because I know there's 2 different Mars in the underground, and so I was like, "All right, when is it?" He's like, "It's going to be this day." I was like, "All right, the only thing I ask is to get me a plane ticket to fly me out there and give me a room." He was like, "Already," and that's all it was. I mean, it was a mutual agreement, and then I was telling Nitemarez about it, and Nitemarez was like, "Bruh, why didn't you ask for 2 tickets?" I said, "Man, this is my first time doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to overcharge the man, but I mean, shit." He was like, "Well, shit, I'm gonna buy my ticket, and then whatever room you get, I'm gonna room with you." All right. And so I remember when we were at the station, the airport station, this one dude, I guess he was like a custodian. I kid you not, I wish he was here to back me up on this. He said, "You look familiar." And Nitemarez was like, "Well, I do a podcast." He's like, "Yeah, at the Lion's Den."
What?
Bro, we were in Austin,
dope.
Texas. Flying from Austin to Wichita.
Yeah.
And this man said, "Yeah, you from the Lion's Den." I said, "What the hell?" Man, Nitemarez was like, "Yeah, man. You see, man." He started feeling. Hey, I don't blame the man because he's usually in the back. You know what I'm saying? He's never asking for shine. He wants to see other people shine. And so when we get to Wichita, man, Nitemarez, forgive me for what I'm about to say, man.
Oh shit.
We're at the show, and this is the most vivid memory I have. We're at the show, and there's these 2 females there, and they have 2 male friends. Now, we knew one of them had a boyfriend, but the other one didn't act like they were together. And that woman said, without the boyfriend, or at least we thought it wasn't the boyfriend, she said, "Oh yeah, did you know that your earlobes are connected parallel to your nipples?"
I remember that story.
And so that girl is doing that, you know what I'm saying? And Nitemarez is looking at her while she's doing that. He's like, "Okay." He puts his finger on her breastises
Yeah.
and flicks it up to her earlobe. And she's just like in a pause. She's like,
He told me that story.
and I'm like,
Oh shit.
"Well, Nitemarez, why would you do that?" He's like, "Well, why not?" And then that girl's like, "Do you know that's my husband right there?"
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't do nothing.
Oh,
He
man.
thought we were superstars.
Oh man.
I swear to God,
Yeah.
bruh, I wish
He's out here
Nitemarez
to
was
do for
here.
the podcast.
Bruh. And there was this other girl that was there, and she was faded. And I remember her telling Nitemarez, "Go ahead and slap it. You know you want to." Bruh. Man.
Well,
Yeah,
that escalated
Nitemarez
quickly.
told me those stories. I remember that. I remember hearing that.
I don't want to get any deeper because I'm telling you, they get even more wild. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Okay.
like, yeah.
Okay, one more.
All right.
And Dom is probably gonna laugh at this one if he's still with us
He's still with us.
already. When we first landed, Dom was, he picked us up in his car. We didn't have a rental. He was gonna pick us up and take us to the room. Well, while we were going to the room, I don't know why. Maybe it's just the Southern comfort in me. But I said, "You know what? I'm gonna save you some money. We'll just stay at your house." Real talk. Real talk.
Mi casa, su casa.
And Nitemarez is looking at me like, "Rob, we don't know this man like that." I'm like, "No, it's cool. Dom, we'll just sleep on the couch." "Rob, I'm a big dude, man. I'm trying to sleep on a bed." "No, man, we can stay on the couch." And Dom's like, "Well, we're already here at the room." I was like, "No, man, we'll save you money. It's cool." Bruh, again, maybe it's just the Southern comfort in me, or maybe I just felt that comfortable. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just that dumb. But in the end, we stayed at Dom's place. Thank you, Dom, for letting us stay there. And, we got more of a trust for each other. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he was forced to trust y'all. The fuck? Like, you don't even know if it's still trust to this day. He was like, "That's the same motherfucker that slid on my couch." Like,
My bad, Dom. I mean, that's my bad. But thank you again for letting us stay. And then just I miss you, Nitemarez.
It's crazy. The power of music, though. Shit.
Yeah, real
That
talk.
music is what slid you on that couch. To be honest.
That in my voice.
Like yeah.
Oh man.
Shit, escalate. Let's hear your San Antonio story, baby.
When Nitemarez wasn't there on that one though. I don't think he was there.
No, he wasn't there. on
Yeah,
that
he
one.
wasn't there for that one, but Dom was. That's what I was saying.
Oh.
Dom, yeah.
Let's see. We got Rhino Martinez.
Shit, I
He
wish I could
said,
remember everything, but we was always drinking. You know what I'm saying? Like always on the crown and he was there when we went to OT, did the OT show downtown, and he did. There was plenty of shows, man. I just can't remember.
Escalade. Tell them.
Wish I could.
Tell them about the time when we was in Washington.
Oh man.
Washington State.
Oh
Yes.
man.
Dude,
That's what I was
travel.
telling them, bro.
Like, motherfucker.
Every
Yeah.
time we went somewhere, people they wouldn't even come up to us, right? They were like scared.
Everybody was
They
scared of
just
us.
never
Yeah.
came up to us. They just like walked the other way. But shit, we had a hell of a time up there. We went to Dairy Queen, was tripping out because Dairy Queen, what did they sell, bro? They sold
Oh,
something
I heard.
different.
Yeah, I heard it's a whole
they
different
sold
menu,
some
right?
Different type.
It's a
It's,
whole
like
different
a
menu,
whole
right?
different menu. And you know how like we got Whataburger, and we look for all these other places. They only sell burger. They only got burger joints. So we would always trip
Everywhere.
out when we go anywhere. You know what I mean? Oh damn, we got to eat another burger.
God damn.
You know?
Yeah.
Shit, but we went to when we hit the club with Sleddy.
We hit
That's
the
when it
clubs.
got wild. When we hit, man.
Well, the reason
Man,
tell them why
that club-
we hit the club. The reason why we even
Shit.
went to Washington was because we were supposed to perform with Paul Wall,
Oh shit.
but that fell
Shit.
through. Now that's why you want to tell them the rest. You can't be swinging in Texas.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
you
got-
can't be swinging in Washington.
You got that. You got.
Yeah, I want to see how you got a more clear.
Yeah,
vision.
he got. Look, yeah, that's what I'm like. He got it.
So we,
He was
I'm
dropping
trying
it.
so we were at the club, and we had to leave. Well, Escalade didn't have his license at the time. I was on it. Boogie was on it. Sleddy was on it. And so was Nitemarez. And he was on, what'd you put him on, the 1500, 1800? That 50 proof or 80 proof, 1800 proof or
It
something?
had to be like some 1800 or something.
Escalade put him on some drinks.
Something.
Escalade,
I got
I mean,
bad memory.
Nitemarez and Sleddy. And so we all vouched for Nitemarez to drive. He's faded as fuck.
but he was the best option.
He was a good drunk driver,
Elevated.
though.
Yeah.
My
But-
experience, he was a pretty good drunk driver.
Let me tell you,
We were in
Quincy,
Corpus, though, so.
there's no lights. It's all dark mountains,
Shit.
bridges. We don't know where the hell we going. We're just going off by GPS, looking down, looking up, looking down, looking up. Don't be doing that. I'm not promoting that. And so, what does Nitemarez do? He was like, man, I'm seeing double, triple.
Yup.
And what does he do? He swings to the right, swings to the left. And all you hear Sleddy say was, you can't be swinging in Washington. We're not in Texas. I don't know why to go to jail. And Nitemarez is just swinging to the right and he's still swinging to the left.
God, bro.
Long story short,
Yeah, that man shitting bricks.
we made
Yeah,
it home
shit
safe.
brick.
Well, made it back to the room safe.
Shout out Sleddy, man.
Shout out
Yeah.
Soldier Sleddy, or James the Juggernaut as he goes by.
So I heard you tell the story when we did the kind of like visual about him popping off.
Oh yeah, yeah. We were,
Were y'all on the way back for that show? Man?
yeah, we was on the back from Pearsall. It's a show that Paper Chase got for us, you know, and so you know, we go to this Pearsall contest, and you know, of course, Nitemarez brings like 2 bottles of Crown, and you know, we went out there with a couple people.
Yeah, we pre-gamed hella.
Yeah,
We
Hector
had a
and
pregame.
Mrs. Jade. Yeah, and like it was funny though. Like as soon as we get finished performing, we're on stage. We get finished performing, and it was like, man, the whole crowd just fucking kind of erupted, you know, and like we had the reaction of the night, but we still didn't win. But whatever, you know, we was partying. You know, we was getting faded. We just went up there to do our thing.
Had a great time.
Yeah. And
We ended up on that back road, a farm road, and it was like pitch black.
And this is on the way back to Corpus.
Yeah, and we stopped to piss or whatever, and it was out there, and Hector hyped him up like, "Hey, do you fire off your?" Because he had a 40 cal that he was.
Yeah, when we met him, he had just got out of the military.
Yeah, he had just got out that time.
Yeah, when we met him, saw such shows. He said, "Dude, let me be your manager." All right, fuck yeah. We had already been getting our own shows though for a while.
But yeah, he started firing it off, and the girls that were in the car that were crashed out woke up, and started freaking them out because, random gunshots and shit. But
Yeah,
he got
pop
off.
off. Thought he was gonna pop off like 3 times. He like emptied the clip in the fucking
Yeah.
cornfield. Pop, pop, pop,
Just
pop.
kept going.
It's funny.
We got Christopher Gonzalez said, "Long live Nightmares. I love every single one of you guys."
Shout out JC, Juggalo Chris.
Jay Ugalo
Buddy, brother.
Jewis.
Oh yeah, that's my man. That's my man Mac from Juggalo Juice, also known as they're with Fago Level
What's up,
7.
Jewis? Jay Boogie said, "Sorry, I couldn't make it." Night, no. Nah, shit. We know what's up, bro.
Shout out J Boogie.
JV said that
What's
show
up?
at Classics.
Oh yeah, he was there.
You want to talk about that one? That's the same one?
There's a lot of them like
Actually,
classics.
we had a few shows at Classics.
What did it change into? It changed the name during that time period, didn't it?
It went from classics to shit, I don't know, like 3 different names after that.
Yep.
Hey,
But
P,
I hadn't been there after that.
that was when Dax was hosting that show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah, Dax Productions.
Shout out Dax.
So
Yeah.
Dax.
Yeah, Nightmares was always down.
Always.
Rhino said, "Young and the Ugly always had hella love for him and everything he did." Chris Gonzalez said, "Damn, We Rise Hell was live."
Hell yeah.
Brian said, "Dopest, not domestic, stupid autocorrect." Oh, got you. Hey, freaking Big Body Hella said, "Yeah, I'm down." So there's one part of that situation.
Oh,
You know what I'm
JC
saying? Let's
Blue?
get that chopper track.
Yeah. I know JC's been writing.
Matt said, "Tell Zilla Nightmares don't edit shit." What's do you mean by that?
So Nightmares was a part of everything and anything. If you had, if you were trying to promote yourself or doing something like a venture, and if it sounded interesting to him, put me on.
I'm part of it.
And so that one was with the Confidence Champ with Smart Ass Matt. It was Smart Ass Matt, Desi. I forget that other gentleman's name. He was there at the services, and then Nightmares. And so how that came about was, they're live, they're doing their video, and I guess they messed up. We're all human. And one of them said, "Well, shit, can we just edit it?" And Nightmare said, "Man, we don't edit shit." So that's just been their logo. We don't edit shit.
Nice.
Damn.
D said, "Nightmares let me do one of my first tattoos on him."
Oh Lord.
Hey, that's support right there.
Man,
That's just
that was very supportive. God damn.
Bro, I was talking about when we were doing the podcast the other night for him, and I was talking about Mr. Fuentes was saying he had posted a picture of Nightmare standing behind the banner for a 20-minute set, holding that shit up for him. Bro, that's
Yeah.
fucking crazy. That boy must have been working out to hold that
That
bitch
dude never
there.
said anything bad about anybody.
No.
He
Yeah.
never
And he was-
hated on anybody. He supported
Yeah.
anybody's movement. Always
Oh,
wanted to
for
work
real.
with everybody.
He never lied about it. He was always honest. Like if you thought you did bad, I feel like he would never think anyone would do bad at anything. He would always just always had just good stuff to say, but it was always truthful and honest, and, not fake.
Facts. JV said he showed a lot of love when we put that old cipher together.
Yeah, he did. Remember that time we were in San Leon?
San Leon.
That's with Big Body Hella, I think Skinny Pimp, and then we were outside, and then that fly flew in his ear. Remember were you there?
I don't think I was there.
Oh, okay, then maybe it was Colossal.
Probably was.
So my wife, she drove us to San Leon. It was me, Dara, CB, Nightmares, and Boog. That's when we were doing Mosh, and that's when Mosh was really, really hot.
Mosh.
Yeah.
Mosh.
And I remember we were outside, and we're all bullshitting, like we do every, show. And he was smoking, and all I hear was ah, And, you know, we asked him, hey, what's wrong, man? I think a fly flew in my ear. A fly? Ain't no way a fly can fly in your ear. He was like, I don't know, man. I feel it like scratching at my ear. I was like, you hear it scratching? And sure enough, man, that man had a fly in his ear.
Yeah.
He had to drown it with baby oil.
I was gonna say with wax.
Real talk. Real talk.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
And so when he got it out, I forgot what he named it. He named it. And he
Of
said
course
that
he would.
he said that it happens more often than you think.
I've never had that happen to me.
Just be careful when you're outside. Cover your ears.
Said, put some headphones on.
Hey, was he there whenever shot the one with the train tracks, the speaker box shot? The video? He was there, right? Yeah. See, I remember. Yeah, we were all over there at the train tracks. Speaker box shot that video.
Yeah.
That's
I
crazy.
can't remember
Yeah.
speaker box was
Long
dabbling
time
in
ago,
that.
bro.
Long ass time ago. Yep. Man, that was. Damn. It's been a minute.
Those were like the best of times, man.
Yeah.
What years are we talking? The early years, 2010s.
2012.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Like
2012.
10. Yeah, 10, 11 years.
I kind of have a story.
Angelina.
Talking to the mic.
Angelina Sendejo said, "Nightmare's favorite story about us be the cop story always."
Shout out Angelo.
Benny says, "Shout out to Dark Street." Is that Sleddy right there or what?
Real man.
Swinging lane to lane, but my driving good.
No, I don't think
I
that's.
thought maybe he was referring to y'all's Sleddy story.
He was. Whoever that is commented that whenever they was talking about it. Shout out Trill Throwbacks, whoever you are.
Christopher Gonzalez said, "I remember meeting Nightmares around the Tweety days. This dude was always like Zilla said. He is always around in the back, but turning it up. Haha, their last show at the House of Rock, we both were drinking Crown together. I feel blessed to call him brother, just like every single one of you guys up there. Much love."
Love JC.
That's crazy, man. That boy touched a lot of lives.
Shit, he was there when. Remember you were there too, Freak, when we shot that video with me, JV, and. Michael
JV's
White.
apartment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Memory still smells like
I'll be in the backgrounds. And then I'm gone with the wind.
That's crazy.
Man, I got a story right quick, man. I'm gonna take it back. This like 2000 motherfucking 2. Man, for real.
16, 17.
I was 15 years old. It was summer of my freshman year, headed to sophomore year, and I worked at Charisma Car Wash every day, and every day I would get like tips. And there was a nigga who worked at Charisma who sold weed like on the job. So every day before I left to go home, I buy like a fucking dime sack or a 20 sack from this nigga. Well, one day, I go to fucking homeboy Rico's fucking house. Shout out Rico Cervantes. I go to his house and we're fucking chilling and shit. And Richard fucking comes and picks us up. He's in his grandma's big body Lincoln, and he got Junior with him. The dude, I don't know if y'all, I call him Junior. The dude that had the CCISD.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He shut up on, yeah. So he was in the car, and Junior was driving. Richard was in the passenger seat, all being lazy, and me and homeboy Rico are in the back. So we're at the fucking Park Apartments. We pull up in the Park Apartments to like buy some, to roll up the blunts. We already had the bud. We pull up in the park to fucking roll up the fucking blunts. And the Park Apartments, the way they had like the carport things was like, it was like a pole between each, like down, that.
Yeah.
So literally, we fucking pull up and we fucking roll up and we're getting ready to fucking back out, and fucking Junior's like, "Hey, do I got it?" And me and Rico are in the back seat like, "Yeah, you got it." So he backs up and he fucking hits that fucking pole, and Richard turns around like, boy, that nigga's face was so goddamn. That was his grandma's car. His face was so goddamn big. Them eyes were so goddamn big. I'm like, God damn, I'm just glad it ain't my grandma's car. We got out and checked and everything was all good though, but that shit was funny as fuck, man. Hell yeah.
Man, may I share a story, or do you want to share a story too? Okay. So there was this one time that there was a show out there on JP Luby Beach, and you already know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I already know.
And I told Nightmares about it, and he was like, "All right, man, I'll meet you out there." I was like, "Already." And I had if y'all don't know, I am a father. I'm a father of 5. So I brought my two oldest ones, both boys, MJ and AJ. That's all I'm going to say. And we go out to the beach, and, there's going to be all these, bands, artists, and I was one of the artists performing. And they were going to have a wet T-shirt contest. So when they were setting up for the wet T-shirt contest, of course, you got all the girls on the stage, you got the crowd, forming to see everything. Nitemarez is going to go over there. I'm like, hey, you know what, Nitemarez, go ahead and take my boys. You sure, man? Yeah, man, let them be men. And they were like, what, 12 and 10?
Hey, if it rhymes with men, it's 10. There you go.
So he's like, all right, man, are you sure? He kept asking me, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, man, I mean, when's the next time they're going to see something like this? Probably until they're 18. So, you know what, let them just kind of get like a taste of what to expect when they get older. I mean, we're all guys. He's like, all right. So he gets in the crowd, they do the wet T-shirt contest. I hear, people screaming, whatever. So after it was all over, he comes back and he's just laughing, just holding his stomach. If you know Nitemarez, you know that laugh. And when he came back with the boys, I mean, my boys, man, they were like this.
That's how he was whenever he hit that phone.
Their eyes were lit
Wide-eyed.
up, mouths dropped. And I asked him, I said, how was it? Man, Dad. And Nitemarez, no, let me talk. So they thought they were my kids. They thought that my boys were Nitemarez' kids, and they're like, nah, man, these are my nephews. All right. And what did they do? Pushed them all the way to the front.
Oh,
And they saw chichitas everywhere.
Front row.
See, but I trusted Nitemarez with that because I knew he would take care of them. If anything were to happen, I knew he would take care of them. And that's why I trusted him with something like that. Like, you don't just trust anybody like that.
Yeah.
Especially, if someone that's not your blood. But blood don't make you family. And Nitemarez is a true person, or a true example of that, I should say.
I mean, family don't really come without the ragging. So Jay Boogie said Nitemarez still smell like Fritos.
Shut up. I saw that earlier.
Oh my God, you're gonna make my side hurt again.
Tony said corn nuts. Keith said never heard a negative thing come out of Nitemarez's mouth.
Nope.
Shout out Emrad.
Christopher says Zilla getting old, man. Marilyn Longoria said, will never forget me getting down at a Halloween party he took me and my sis to, and I got back into his car not realizing I had oil on my Halloween costume. Got it all in his damn car.
Damn.
Tragic. Angelina said, love y'all always. D said, Nitemarez was our designated driver leaving Theo's from a show one night, and some dude lost control of his truck, wrecked in front of us, and flew out of his front window. Nitemarez hit the brakes, stopped his car, and was one of the first to hop out of his car to run and try to help the guy and make sure he didn't move until the paramedics got there to make sure he was okay.
So sweet.
Yeah, that's definitely a good
That's not
prime
something
example
everyone would do.
of what we talking about.
Right, Nitemarez hopped out of the action.
Marilyn says, salty waters. That was dirty waters, right?
Yeah, Dirty Waters.
Baldomero said, remember taking Richard Trevino to the strip club for the first time. Laugh out loud. So many memories. R.I.P., brother. Yeah,
The last time I went to a strip club with Nitemarez, I got sick because this chick had a smelly vagina. And I threw up in the restroom, and he went to go check on me, and he's like, "Dude, you good?" I was like, "Nah, dude, I'm not." He's like, "I was gonna get you a lap dance from her too." And I was like, I fucked up that night. I felt bad. So we just got there. I went to go throw up.
Oh, jeez.
Did they just leave you in the car?
I'm already. That's what makes me laugh because I'm thinking of all the other shit too.
He brought up strip club. That was like the
It's
only
like
time I went
just
to a strip
times
club
that
with him, and I
pop
think
up.
that's why I never went back with him. He was
You know
like,
what I mean?
"Nah, fuck it."
What's the breeze for?
What are some of the places that y'all went, like, doing this music shit with Nitemarez?
Oh,
I know, so
man.
y'all went to Wichita, Kansas. Like, what are some of the other places y'all went?
Washington was one. And I got them on TikTok. I got Nitemarez, Escalating Boogie on TikTok on that one.
Even in Texas, like what are some of the towns and places that y'all hit and shit? And y'all can chime in too, shit.
Everywhere.
Shit, Kingsville with Wolf. Y'all did the movie.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
we all did the movie.
We all did
y'all
the movie.
The Wolfsbane?
Yeah, with Wolfsbane. And
That's pretty
you
loud.
in that too, right?
I wasn't in the movie. I just did the theme song.
That's why we're holding
Nice.
the gun props. Me and him and Boogie
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
Rob
yeah.
with
Still in
the
it.
gun props.
On that photo shoot, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
We were
So
all.
y'all do
over-
like a release for that, like a
Oh, for the movie.
like a red carpet type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Nice. How did that go?
We were in
Yes.
Kansas.
on the red carpet. I thought. Nah, he
No.
went. He went.
Oh yeah, he went.
Yeah, he went to the red carpet. Yeah.
Did you go?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you went.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went.
Oh, you weren't. That's right. You weren't there.
So you want to talk about the red carpet since you're the only one who's got the.
Oh,
You went, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You want to talk about that?
Well, I mean, it was really cool. I didn't get to go to the second one for the second movie because that was during COVID, but I didn't realize when they had the dates for it. The first one was really cool, but yeah, no, I could have sworn you were there.
What did they have like the red carpet and all that shit at?
Yeah, that was Kingsville. I can't remember. It was somewhere in Kingsville. Man, I
They
forgot
had a
about
whole
that.
premiere and everything.
Yeah.
Shit.
And it was
Whole
after the movie when they played our song, and I was just like, ooh, like hearing us, like whenever the
The credits roll.
yeah, the credits were rolling and hearing our song, and I was just like, really, really cool.
And Nitemarez was there when we
Yeah.
recorded that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we recorded the song Wolfsbane, me and T, and Nitemarez was there because
No, cause he was the one telling me to yell, and y'all both were like, you gotta yell, like you know, you're mad, you're angry, your favorite food place just closed down, and I was like, no, and he was like, yeah, use that. It's like, oh, yeah, he was there. Yeah, he was there during the red carpet. That was when me and Olivia and him took photos. It was nice. It was fun.
And where'd y'all say that was at?
It was in Kingsville. I can't remember the exact place
Oh, okay,
where
okay.
they had it.
shout out Wolfsbane.
Yes, sir.
See, and I was talking about that the other night, like how creative y'all's shit always was. I mean, I don't know how far it got with y'all, like as far as videos wise. I think y'all had some fucking off the chain type of shit at that time, like just touching a visual. You know what I mean? Like videos that y'all had, and same thing with y'all. Y'all put like
I think we
scenes behind it type shit. You
What did
know?
you play
we did
again?
more of the
You were
sick tunes
in the movie.
as
Yeah.
far as videos.
You
We try
were
to
just like a pimp.
do all that, and
That was
then
that one song you shot with.
No, but y'all got actual videos.
yeah, we have a few like we had like
Was it posted up in the living room?
oh that was one of the mic pass. We had a Dark Street mic pass, and he was
It's y'all in just one room, right?
yeah
Yeah. I seen
black
y'all.
and white.
Yeah.
But when we were doing the sick tunes, he bought us an upgraded camera, but it got stolen at Tweety's.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's what kind of threw us off.
Damn.
Because we were using like this, back in the day, you had the digital camera, like 20 megapixel,
Yeah.
show all badass. So he bought a badass Sony. He's like, yeah, we're going to fucking step it up. And we got all this badass footage. Then we had a episode 13 and 14 and 15 for Sick Tunes already, but the camera got stolen, and then Nate's hard drive burnt out. Like, we couldn't even like revive the footage or anything. But yeah, he was even investing in that too, in the Sick
So
Tunes. And
that's
trying
pretty dope
upgrade
to
it.
know. You know what I mean? Like that he invested, like just
Yeah.
adds to the story.
Yeah, and it was
adds
out
to
of
his
nowhere. He
character.
I got something. I got a better camera and shit like that. It was like high def 1080. It was a little handheld, but
Yeah. See, on y'all's end, y'all did like more of the visual with like a movie type thing with it. You know.
Yeah.
And,
I can't forget about work days.
Who shot? Oh yeah, work days
Y'all
too.
ever
Shout out
seen Work-
Tom.
yeah.
Shout out that guy
Yeah,
Tom.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's
I
why I
was
was looking
thinking
for
about-
Tom today,
yeah.
man. That's why I posted the video with him and Gil,
Yeah.
and they were doing the because it was funny, you know what I mean? And the main line, what they say, bitches always love twisted tea. That shit was funny as fuck, bro. That shit was
he had the
always
fairy
funny,
wings
man.
in that, right?
Yeah.
The little.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came out, with the
He was
wings.
a team player.
Yeah.
He
That
was.
shit
He
was
was
funny.
always down for.
Yeah.
Fucking work days.
Jay Boogie said,
You play Buddha.
"Oh, the Buddha. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
classic, bro. Everyone said
Those
she
are-
wanted a body of a god, so she got Buddha. I love that shit, bro."
Music video.
Yep.
That was fun. That was a good
Jay
time.
Boogie said, "I remember I asked Nitemarez to take a shot with me after our show at the White Rabbit. And the story goes on.
That one of
He
the
said,
Wicked
"What you
Fest?
say?
You want to take a shower with me?
Boy, you high as hell." That's right. He's like, he said, "What?" And we all just bust out laughing, bro. That shit just.
It's fine.
Let's see. Nathan said
crazy.
Nightmares once ran a dude off from Tweeties with his pistol out because they
Oh,
were
yeah.
messing with one of our homies.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Y'all want to talk about that?
With that?
Just I don't know.
They're like,
There was a lot of shit that would go down. Like they even like wrote Dark Street sucks and shit like that. and ran off. But,
damn.
But he took that shit to heart. Like
Damn, that shit's
yeah,
crazy.
like, no,
Yeah, Nightmares was down.
he was like
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
big
he
brother
really
at the same
was,
time.
man. Shit, that's
Hey, that goes to the extent of the love for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
Nightmares was the one that took me out to my first big show, and out of town. That was in San Antonio at the White Rabbit. That was that show that Boogie's
That was
talking
the Wicked Fest, right?
with DJ Clay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, no.
That was the Juggalo jump off.
I know. Like I know we went to one at
fucking way, Rabbit.
White Rabbit, but it was a
Yeah.
Wicked Fest.
I didn't go
It's
to
not
that.
even there
How
anymore.
did y'all end up getting on
No.
the Juggalo thing with the ICP? Was that
Oh, the Gathering of the Juggalos.
Yeah.
Try to get on that one.
All right.
Take us from the beginning.
So I've been trying to get onto the Gathering of the Juggalos since day one. I mean, that's not every, but most underground artists want to jump on that
If you're in that
platform.
genre of music. Yeah.
Yes,
You're talking about like at least 10 years, right?
yes, sir.
Yeah.
So what that the guy was it Gathering of the Juggalos? What
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah,
That's
Gathering of the
comparable to
Yeah, like a
regular
Rolling
rap
Loud.
artist hitting Rolling Loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a Rolling Loud before
Yeah.
underground
Yeah.
horrorcore. You know.
So every year, I try to figure out, what do I gotta do? Do I gotta give them my email? I was even on demo jams, and I told Nightmares about that. This was way back in like 2015, 2016, and I made it all the way, I think, to the last round, but I lost
Oh, shit.
to Thug Star. Shout out Thug Star. He's from Houston. And so this time around, this year, again, they're talking about the gathering. We're looking for artists that, want to perform. And I sent out a post and I said, what do I got to do to get my foot in this door? And I put it on a post, if you go back. And Nightmares was trying to help me. He was like, yeah, what do you got to do to get Rob on? And someone email this email. So I gave it to Nightmares because most of the time, I'm busy, whether it's writing music, or
Well, he's your
work.
manager, right?
Yeah.
So he's supposed to do that anyway. Shit.
He knew his shit.
Make sure it ain't some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Yeah, and he was on it. And so he emailed them, and I did too. I mean, why not? Double the chances.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Come to find out, that was the wrong email.
Oh, that's all I was gonna say.
And then so Mac, the Juggalo, J Uggalo Juice that was on,
Yeah.
he was the one that gave me the right email.
Mm.
And I copied, pasted what I had with the other email.
So the email was just wrong. They were really looking for X, but the email was just the wrong email that was provided. It wasn't like it was just some person that was trying to scam to fucking get some shit. So they were really looking for X. It was just the emails were mixed up.
Yeah.
Already.
And they emailed me back, I want to say like a week or two later, saying that, hey, we want to know if you're interested, to be invited into the Gathering of the Juggalos. I was like, shit, you know what I'm saying? And I told Nightmares, and Nightmares was like, bruh, what the fuck, man? I already emailed them. They're emailing you, not me. I was like, it was the wrong email. It was the wrong email. And so when I told him about it, he was like, bruh, we need to start posting this shit now. I said, I can't. Because they say on the email that I cannot post until they post it.
No.
So he knew about it, and I told him not to tell anybody, but I think he told a few other people.
But in the email said he couldn't tell people either.
Yeah.
Damn.
And so so I'll be performing next month, but there was one thing that he did for me before he passed, and one thing I asked of him, and I asked him, because you have to find your own way up. I asked him, can you help buy my ticket? My plane ticket. All right, how much? It wasn't, man, I don't know. No, he just said, how much? That was his reply. Not, because he knew I was going to pay him back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how we all are. We take care of each other.
Yeah,
You got to.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, the trust and faith in each other, it won't be there. And
Yeah.
it won't work as a team. Just like when I saw him, what was it, the week before he passed? After the show, after Broken Side, he asked me, "Hey, Rob, you hungry?" I said, "Yeah, man, but I don't got no money." "Man, what do you want? What do you want to eat?"
Yeah.
"I got you." And went to Taco Bell, and after all that, right when we went our separate ways, after everything was said and done, like I said at the services, don't be afraid to tell the people that you love, I love you. And I told him, I said, "I love you, man," and he didn't hesitate to say it back. He said, "I love you too." And like I said, ain't gonna be another one like him.
No, it's
Something like this. Hey, one time after the entourage, we were drunk and we went to IHOP, and there was a dude passed out in the yard, and we stood there and took like we took like hella pictures next to him while he was all passed out. It's the IHOP. He might have been dead. I don't know. It was weird. But it was a random moment like that. He was just always like,
Dude, I still have that picture.
"Oh, you have it?"
So
I think
hold on.
I've seen it. I've seen the
I think it
photos.
was me, him, and Shelly in the picture.
Okay, I don't have
So
that picture,
fucking
but I have the
funny.
picture of all of us when it was me, you,
Oh,
Nightmares,
yeah.
Colossal, Cynical.
We were at the Denny's.
Was that Denny's?
Yeah, it was Denny's. Oh no, it was IHOP right there by
We
Tinseltown.
put out, yeah, we're in that big room.
Man, my shit.
Angelina said, when Blonsky first came out in costume, and I used to cry because it scared the fuck out of me, and he'd run after me telling me, "Angie, you can't be scared forever."
Nightmares was the first one to rock the bunny suit.
I was just gonna ask, where did the whole idea of the bunny suit even come from?
Oh, man. If I tell you that, I'm going to have to, turn off this live.
He's like, how much time you got?
Unless it's just a confidential secret, then it's all good.
No, it's not confidential. It's just, but this has nothing to do with Nightmares, though.
No,
Oh, okay,
just
okay.
because people see it all the time.
How we got to the
Yeah.
suit? How we got to him wearing the
Because he
suit?
rocked it a couple of times, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it still got something to do with him.
Yeah, it's just, just the logo itself, the bunny,
Yeah.
Blonsky. And, finding the suit on a Halloween store, showed Nightmares, hey, this is what I want to do. Are you down to wear it? And I remember one time it was me, Nightmares, and Bug. We were doing a Lolo car show. He was in that suit for at least, you already know,
Telling me that shit.
at least 8 to
Crazy.
12 hours.
What?
Not taking it off at all. In the dead of heat. It's summertime. Lolo car show, San Antonio. At that,
Outdoor?
outdoor in the park. Everybody coming up, taking pictures, this and that. And Nightmares trying to take off the head. And man, I feel so bad because I told him, Nightmares, put the head back on. But again, he was a team player, like y'all said.
I was just thinking he probably handled the heat because of his army background. So that shit wasn't nothing compared to fucking being wherever he was doing his.
Probably.
You know what I'm saying?
He
Like,
got some words when you get that suit.
yeah.
It was
He
a
probably
sauna.
had some words. What he had some words for you? Look, you know he did. Oh,
I wouldn't do
Ma-
this for anybody else.
Marilyn said a girl trying to hit up Nightmares told him, "Hey, I got something salty for you." He was like, "Salty? What, you got chips in your pocket?"
oh man. Hey.
She said, "Man, when my ass was trying to get into CCFD training for the CPAT, was telling Nightmares how I fell straight on my face in front of everyone. He told me make sure I show up the next day, not give up a damn thing over that one fall. And I fell motherfucking hard."
Damn.
Baldemaro says, "Hey, no matter how hard, right?"
God damn.
Baldemaro said, "Remember we always going to Club One and Stingers and other bars and clubs that's not around anymore. But one time a strip club, we just got there and we didn't have much money but still went not even 5 minutes there. He gets asked for a lap dance. He says yes. I'm like, dude, we just got here. It's okay, man. He goes and come back and ask Junior, you have $1 because I only have $19 and a lap dance is 20. He was $1 short. It was funny after we say how was it. It was all right, man. I should have waited. Marilyn said, Nightmares always had everyone. Didn't even have to be his people. If he could, he would.
Mm-hmm.
D said, I have that picture of the dude passed out on the grass.
That's so funny.
It's crazy, man, how many different stories different people would have.
Yeah.
It's crazy because we was fucked up most of the time. It's like all those days kind of like, you know, the days start to merge. But I remember he was with us when we went to Beeville, though. And it's like nobody in Beeville ever heard anybody like us. And, man, it was...
Well, I'm saying when I say talking about some of the towns that y'all hitting, so I mean like some of the shows that y'all hitting, like B-Bills and shit like that.
Well, with Nightmares...
He'd make it happen. He'd make it happen. Even if like we're like, nah, I don't think we can make it. Nah, fucking, y'all ride in my car or whatever. We're gonna make it out there. Then. And we went out there, and he was the one that would connect with the promoters and be like, hey, get my guys on or whatever, because we didn't fit in with everybody.
So he was doing a lot of the leg work and the footwork
Yeah,
and shit.
he always wanted us to work with people that we didn't even merge well with, but
He saw something different.
yeah. And he'd go out there, you know. Whoever he was supporting, he'd rock it, you know.
Do you think he fit into the position of just I guess what a manager should be compared to the artist? Like the artist should just record and perform, right? Pretty
Yeah.
much, and then promote somewhat. But everything else falls on the manager. Like as far as getting that number, copied and paste, whatever. As far as getting y'all to the
feel
fucking
like-
show.
Yeah.
As far as getting
Yeah.
paid,
I feel
getting
like
the
he kind of
gig.
like learned. We were his learning experiment.
Y'all
You know
both
what
took
I'm
that
saying?
leap, like we were saying.
Yeah, you know, like it was his first time trying to manage someone, but you know, we had already been.
Because he was
Doing our
performing
own
with
shows.
y'all, right? Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. When the
Like-
classics, wasn't he
like-
performing with y'all?
Yeah.
He'd get on stage.
Yeah, he'd get on stage, but
With
we
some
had-
verses?
He raps sometimes. That's what I'm saying. I remember him rapping.
I think I
We
came
have him on
across
video.
one. Yeah, I think I might have came across one
Dude,
on somebody's
freestyle,
page.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Somebody's,
it was on
YouTube.
16 It was on 16.
On YouTube, right?
He's
Yeah.
freestyling.
Yeah, I seen it the
outside
other
of
day.
classics when he's freestyling.
Yeah.
We heard him on video one time when we were performing, and you know how Blue raps fast. Well, I guess like the camera got close to him, and I guess he was trying to sing along, but all I heard was nah, nah, nah. He was trying to follow along with Blue, but I remember we were fucking with him about that, and he was just cracking up about it. Like, he's like, I can't understand what you're saying. I just want to fucking.
I don't know what he's saying, but I feel that shit.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Can I tell my story real quick?
Go for it.
Okay. It was just, so back when I first started performing on stage with y'all guys, and this was the second show when we were at Boozers, I think. I think it was Boozers. Right? Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it was...
Was it still
Oh, the
Entourage?
Entourage.
Was that Entourage?
Though,
Oh,
right?
it was the Entourage. Yeah, so what? Okay, it was the Entourage back then. Now I was kind of terrified to go on stage, but I wanted to do it just so I can kind of get over my fear of being scared to go on stage. But I just felt like I really was so different from all of y'all guys. Like everyone looks so cool and everyone's rapping and like I just felt like I didn't really like compare to everyone else, and it was just a little intimidating. And so I was really nervous because most of the people that were performing, they had their music playing kind of under their voice. So they're just kind of like rapping and, you know, they're singing and yelling their lyrics, but it's like they also kind of have a backup.
Karaoke.
Yeah, kind of. But I mean, it was smart. It was understandable.
Yeah,
But
but
I was
stop
like,
that
okay,
shit.
but I know that that's not what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to have that. So I was kind of nervous because I was like, okay, well, the music sounds kind of low. Like, I don't, you know, I was kind of like, okay, if I start singing, is everyone going to hear me, or is my voice going to be way too low? And we didn't, like, test the mics or anything when I went on stage. And so when I started singing, I was like, I felt like I was trying to sing really loudly, but I couldn't hear anything. And that's when at one point I heard them like turn up the music finally, like my voice, so you can hear it better. And I felt like I just did a really bad job. I was really scared and nervous and just like, oh man, like I really fucked up. Like I was just kind of like really doubting myself. And I remember when I was leaving and Nightmare said, like, man, like you really have it. You can really get far. And he was so motivating and just like, man, like, you know, you're great. You're going to do great. And we got to get you doing more shows and all this stuff. He was just saying such positive things. And I told him, like, I felt like I did a really bad job. He's like, what? No. It's like, no, don't ever think that. Like, it like made me more like, oh, okay, like I can do this. I can, you know, perform on stage with these guys. And he kind of like helped me like put that
Like
doubt
while you're
aside.
getting down on that, he's probably understanding that that's an audio situation and not a talent situation, and shit like that happens. So you know he's probably smart enough to see through that.
Push
Yeah.
through.
But
Yeah.
he really, it like got me like, oh, okay, so I did good. Like he was, I don't know, just, he really made me think positive instead of like the negative. I don't know. I always remember that because that stuck with me forever after that. It's what made me like more comfortable with performing on stage.
More confident.
Give you
Yeah.
that confidence for sure.
I remember one time we were Nightmares was taking me to San Antonio for the first Juggalo night with Farilla, and I remember I told him, I said, Nightmares, I need a hype man because you know I'm used to having, you know, Bug or somebody there with me. Man, I got you. What songs you performing? I was like, well, I'm performing these songs, and this is the picture that they took of us, so they can't say that we lying.
Yeah, blow up doll.
Fucking night. I'm telling you, Nightmares. If you needed him, he was
Oh
there.
my god. Jeez.
Yep. It's a rare breed.
Brian said, talk about the skits.
Oh, damn. Now you got me sitting straight. So with the skits, with Nightmares and the whole Ugly Swag, Nightmares always wanted to be a part of anything, whether it was a music video, a skit, or just even attending. And when I would tell him about my skits, in the very get-go with Zillaland, my first album, when I was recording at Metropolis, I believe, if I remember correctly, he said that, hey, you know, can you fit me in to one of your skits? I said, well, let me see what I can do, because there's only 3 characters, and that's Rob Zilla, Blonsky, and Wretch the Clown at the time. And he's in one of the skits, and it's the Most Wanted skit, and it leads up to the song that I have with Merc Rock. Rest in peace, Merc.
R.P. Merc.
And so after that, he would ask me, you know, can you involve me into more skits? So I want to say the one that I really involved him the most was my last album, Zillavision, where he plays a father of 2. Can't say he's married, can't say he's single, because it's just him and the 2 kids. But you know, he just loved being a part of anything. You know, he just wanted you to ask him, hey, can you help me with this? Because right there, it's like that was in his nature to help others, you know, to get you your vision, you know, whatever, like I said, venture, whatever it may be. And
He just wanted to create with people.
yeah, and he just wants to be a part of that history.
Yeah.
Because I mean, everything that we do as musicians, you know, is a part of, you know, Corpus Christi history. No matter how small it is, it plays a part. And Nightmares played a big part. That's no doubt.
Hey, you know what? That's right. Me and him did a song, and we did a music video, which is out on YouTube. And it was when I first started, and he was all excited. He called me, he was like, dude, I wrote the verse, check it out. Came in and recorded it, and the camera, he had just got that camera too, and we got busy with it. And he
That's
was,
what I'm
he
saying,
was
like,
excited
y'all
about it.
That's on the
Sitting at the
YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what
It
I'm
was-
saying.
yeah,
Like
it was when-
I
it was
know
when
I
I-
ran through your channel
Yeah.
picking out videos and shit, and I think I saw that one because I remember
and that was when I
Cypher.
first started, like, even like with the beats, like making my own beats, you know, 'cause it's, you know, different from what Dark Street was doing. But it's crazy.
Hey Quincy,
I
you
have
wanna
another video.
tell the people what we were talking about earlier? How you would show Nightmares, you know, songs and ideas.
Oh yeah. Everything I would record, any beat or whatever, I'd show it to him. Like the last project I just did, me and him were supposed to work on the song, but we never actually got together. And because I try to make it a point, like every little project I would do, I would get him on the song because I have like four songs with him. But on this last project, I didn't get a chance to actually get him on there because I try to give myself a deadline, you know. And I didn't. Kind of sucks now we didn't get to finish it or whatever. But he was the first person I'd show shit to. I could record something and then put it on my phone and send it to him on Messenger, and he'd just give me feedback on whatever.
Marilyn said the first time we all chilled at our house, Mom asking if Nitemarez was a dealer, why he was wearing sunglasses at night, and who was at the table eating the lemon pie. D replied to her, said that was when Nitemarez and Prophet ate all of her lemon pie. Brian said, where's the goddamn remote?
Oh, damn, yep. And Nightmares, goddamn.
Yeah, we lost a good one, man.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be hard.
You want to talk about what's going on tomorrow night before we step up out of here?
Well, it's a open mic deal. Like anybody that fucked with them tough or whatever, or musically or whatever, like could go out and do a couple of songs in his honor or whatever. I think it's like 2 songs each or whatever.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 2 songs.
Yeah, 2 songs each, and Don's gonna provide a drum set for bands that want to go out and do a couple of songs or whatever too. And got Eric Tyler from Mollywop who's gonna go out there for a couple hours and get some footage of it, you know, kind of like a recap for the next day. And, we had got Jilla and Jay Boogie and everybody, well, you as well, got in a group and planned it out and try to, make it as best possible,
And for every artist that is listening, that is, interested in performing, make sure you do bring a flash drive with your 2 songs to perform. There will be a sign-up sheet that you will sign your name, and then we'll just go down the list. So it's not going to be like a show where, we're waiting for the artist, holding up time. It's going to be nothing like that. It's just going to be an open mic. Come in, sign your name. When we start, which will be at 8 o'clock p.m. in the evening, all the way to 12 a.m., 4 hours of just, music, that Nightmares loved. And, everybody and anybody's welcome.
And y'all feel free to even if you don't perform, if you just want to get up there and spit a memory,
Yeah, you can do
something like that. It doesn't have to be music, all that would be appreciated too, so everybody can understand how much that man meant to everybody. So,
That's tomorrow night.
but yeah, that's Rich's, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
Rich's
Yeah.
Billiards.
Riches.
Yeah, that was one of his spots too, was Rich's.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I know y'all had a shitload of shows there, like a Richard period.
Yeah, Rich's.
Back to
House of-
Theo's.
Yeah.
Stomping Ground. When I was in This Dying Dream, that was one of the places we would always perform at.
No shit.
The solid sound, you know what I mean? Good stage or whatnot, but
Yeah.
we just before we go, we just a buddy of mine from Dark Street, our hype man, passed away, and him and Nightmares got along pretty well too. It was always funny, them roasting each other and shit like that. It's gonna be different because they're both gone. So
Rest in peace, Turk.
Turk the Jerk was the hype man and did all the props and makeup and background and shit whenever we were trying to make something happen. He was part of it too.
So he was like, as soon as Nightmares came with the camera, he was like, I got the props, like type of shit.
Pretty
Like,
much, yeah. But it was funny because they would always fuck with each other. You know what I mean? Like they would fuck with each other a lot.
Like they always clash and shit.
Yeah, not really clash, but they would prank each other. Like one time,
each other.
Turk used to do this thing where he called it the credit card, where he'd try to go up your ass crack, and he did that.
Swipe his hand up your ass crack, bro.
He did that to Nightmares one time, and Nightmares let out a woo. He's like, woo!
Oh.
But when I went to the living room to check it on, like Nitemarez was stuck for a while. He's like, I don't know if I wanted to fucking stick his ass or. But he felt, you know, because the Turk pushed boundaries like that. And Nitemarez was always easy for him, and they would always go back and forth. But they were real cool and shit like that. Like it was.
So he didn't decline the credit card.
Yeah, he did.
That's what's up.
Yeah, but he was
Shout out
cool about it. You
Nitemarez.
know what I mean? Like, you know, they were
part of the crew.
Yeah. You know, they had some times, you know, doing the shows and stuff like that, because, you know, they were kind of like, you know.
May I share another memory with Nitemarez?
Go ahead.
We was in Haltom City, near Dallas Fort Worth area,
Yep.
at the Haltom Theater. First time performing. It was me, Nitemarez, that guy Tom, and Ambrosia. And it's just real short, man. The locals wanted to take a picture with us. And there was this big old drunk Indian dude. Bruh, I swear to God, I thought Nitemarez was going to beat his ass. So we got together to take a picture, and the big drunk Indian dude has his arm around Nitemarez. And Nitemarez is cool. He's like, whatever, you know, you're having fun. You know, whatever, it's for the picture. Well, he starts rubbing his head, and Nitemarez is like, hey, man, don't be doing that. Oh, man, I'm sorry. And then he puts his arm right back around him. Nitemarez is like looking at him, and I'm, you know, keeping the eye, because I'm like, all right, shit might pop off. I don't know what I'm going to do. I got to start looking around. Okay, who's looking? Who's around? You know, I don't know who this cat knows. This motherfucker decides to fucking kiss his head.
What?
Bro! Nitemarez was about to stick him. And the guy's like, oh, man, I'm sorry, man. You just...
You know, just...
Bruh, I will never forget, man, Nitemarez. Woo, I've never seen Nitemarez pissed. Never. That moment in time, that man was about to kill somebody. And Nitemarez is probably saying, Rob, why you gotta be telling my shit like that?
Hey, he found peace, bro.
Yeah, he did.
You don't kiss a random stranger's head. What the heck?
Yeah.
Drunk or not, I mean...
A bald head at that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's like extra disrespect, right? Because he's bald. If he had hair, it wouldn't have been so bad. Right? Am I right, though? But since he was bald, it was serious,
Let's
bro.
make a poll.
Yeah.
Let's make a poll.
Yeah. Does it matter?
Yay or nay?
We asked Jex. Yeah, it makes a difference. It's like skin to skin
You're
contact
touching the skin.
instead of the hair.
Yeah, you gotta...
The lesser of two. The lesser of two evils.
There's no shield blocking.
Damn, what if they got lice?
Yeah. Y'all got anything else before we step up out of here?
Now tomorrow though, 8 to 12
8 to 12.
at Rich's. We doing this shit for Rich.
Sign up, dude.
This was pretty
Couple
dope to hear
songs.
y'all's stories and read everybody's stories on there.
Oh, yeah.
Jason Chapa, that's
Yeah, JC Blue.
No, that's Blue.
JC
Okay,
Blue.
so he said RIP to my twin, Richard Trevino, and our fam, Turtle, and Perez. Much love to the whole Ugly Swag team and our Dark Street fam, Cynical and Raimundo Salinas, and everyone on the Riding High podcast. We need an Ugly Swag and Dark Street collaboration real soon. I figured that was like done.
Oh, there's a couple of
we
songs.
got dude. Yeah, we got a few songs for
Okay.
sure.
But I mean,
I
like,
actually have like.
I'm talking about like 10 years worth. That's what in my mind. You know what I mean? Like that.
No, I
should've-
should have, because Rich would
Right?
always talk about, because he wanted us to do a mic pass,
Ah.
Dark Street, you know, the two groups he,
That'd have been pretty hard.
you know, under him.
I
But
mean, that can be pretty hard shit.
yeah, it really could, you know, and at the time, it was like, you know, we were just, you know, too busy with everything, life, work, and stuff like that, so. But,
It'll happen.
yeah, but now it's just like, man, we kind of,
We owe it to him.
yeah, now it's like, you know, want to do more and shit, like, so,
Yeah.
Time's limited.
yeah.
Don't let
Time
his,
is limited, bro.
Don't let his support go in vain.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because I even have some unreleased tracks with Robzilla, and then I had Turk the Jerk has a whole album that he worked on that never even got pushed out or released too. So it's just a lot of stuff that's just been in the back burner and on the hard drive and stuff like that that just never got completed.
Let
But
that be the
it's-
kickstart, bro.
Yeah. So
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
get back on that shit for them, for you,
yeah.
for him believing in you. You know, all that shit.
Yeah, for sure. He was.
Because a lot of these things don't even sound crazy. Like that sounds crazy that y'all don't have this already existing, like Volume 5 type shit.
Right.
By now.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
You know,
like,
like, but
because we were always at the same shows, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like
Yeah.
'cause, like Shy One, like whenever they would bring you know
That
artists
too.
down, we were always on the same bill. You know what I mean? Or you know ABK or whoever, like underground artists would come down, or we'd go up to SA or Dallas. Like it was always like you know.
so that would be dope to have y'all with Shy One Beats, if not Shy One as a feature or whatever, or even part of the whole thing. Some kind of.
Well, no, oh no.
Because, I mean, I know Rich, when we did The Cave, he would talk about, you know, going back to the Mondo's Shy One days, you know, like
Yeah.
early in high school shit.
Oh,
You know
dude,
what I
I
mean?
thought Shy One wasn't even from Corpus when I heard about him. Like, and then,
I think when we were kids at that time, I'd heard about him going to, like, Germany or fucking London or something
I
far
think he
the
was
fuck
doing
out there.
Gathering of the Juggalos too at the time, and
Bro,
going
that's crazy.
You know, and Nitemarez was like, oh man, I just got into contact with Shy One and this and that, and he bought a beat from him. I thought it was with him, but it was with Rob Zuniga from 1209 Chaos.
Yeah.
But it was me, JC Blue on the Shy One beat with Rob Chaos and Merciless. It was a pretty good song, but I thought it was.
You know, he sent me that beat too. Man, I gotta find it in my email.
Y'all got the same beat?
Well, they
How long
evolved from-
ago?
Man,
Dude, Nitemarez bought that beat like years ago, like before,
Tragic.
before he.
That boy saw the vision before y'all and
Yeah.
still waiting for y'all to catch up to that shit. Shout out Nightmares for real, bro. That's what's up. I ain't gonna ask for the actual year, but just the fact that he saw that in y'all,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, he would bring up ideas and we'd laugh. He's like, "No, I'm serious. Like, let's do this." Like, you want to go do shows over there, like, you know, like, because we got used to being on our own, you know, like underground juggalo type horrorcore type crowd, and he would try to get us doing shows with like different artists that were kind of out of our, you know, but he,
Out of y'all normal genre.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he would even go to my metal shows. Like, he would always show up and try to meet with the bands, and you know, like, oh, you know, this band would get this guy and do guitar track on the beat, that'd be live or whatever. Like,
That's
like
like,
he'd always have ideas like that. You know what I mean? That's what kind of pushed us. Like, because we have a couple of songs where we've had people play guitar and stuff like that and stuff, but we never. And he would get mad at us, saying, "Oh man, y'all should have put that out. Y'all should have done that. Like, man, y'all should have done this and this and that." And you know. And all we have are excuses. Like, well, you know, but yeah.
life, bro.
do you remember the story about Nightmares talking to Big Pokey?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he tagged me in the
Say
picture
what?
like 2 days before.
Yeah,
Because
man.
of Sleddy.
Yeah, because he wanted a verse from Sleddy. I mean, no, Sleddy wanted a verse from Big Pokey.
Yeah.
And Big Pokey said, well, you know, he gave him a number. And Nightmare said, well, we got this much. This is through text message. So once Nightmares replied back, like, well, I got this much. Can you do it for this? Big Pokey calls him up. Man, do you know who the hell I am?
Well, it was also,
Go, keep going
also
though.
some questions
Keep going
he
though.
asked him.
Tragic, tragic.
Man, I don't want to juice it up, but I remember him saying that because remember we were going up to Oklahoma just
Yeah.
a month ago, 2 months ago,
Yeah.
and so for some reason something told me to call Nightmares, and I called Nightmares. I said, hey, remember when Big Pokey called you? I said, why? He's like, oh yeah, because of Sleddy, man. You want to get a verse from him. You know, I asked him how much he charged. I told Sleddy. Sleddy's like, nah, send him this number. So I did, and he called me up and he said,
got
you
caught
know
in
who
the
the
middle.
fuck I am? I was like, damn, son.
We got caught in the middle. So that approach is different than what I said. I said you got to talk to him. He just sent him a text like, how much?
And that's
Like,
because I watched
that's not
that.
building a relationship. That's literally a check on the other end of that text. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that, I'm not trying to be your friend. You just want a number.
Yeah.
But
I told you what my number is, and then
Yeah.
you're going to send me this? You're going to lowball me?
So I
Just so
brought that up
exploded
because
was,
I was telling King, like, if you talk to somebody, or I feel like if I talk to somebody, I can talk the love out of you, which the number don't exist because you see we both got the love. But he's like, nah, what if they fucking tell you that and you get that rejection off the top compared to fucking, hoping they see the music in you and not the money.
If you get the rejection, you get the rejection. You keep it moving.
No.
Like, okay, what are the ICP dudes' names? The two dudes.
Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope.
Okay, you're going to the gathering of the Juggalos. If you were to run into them, would you ask them for an ugly swag drop, or would you be not to say afraid, but just like not to say nervous either, not even wanting to ask basically because you're afraid that they're gonna come with some fucking crazy ass number?
Hell no, I'm gonna go up and be like, hey man, my name is Robzilla. I was on the show at Corpus Christi, at the House of Rock, that you fucking made me. Well, you didn't make me. You literally just kicked me off the show 2 weeks prior. So I think you owe me this.
Yeah, see, Rob's got a different, existence of that situation. But if you didn't have that situation, how would you have approached that?
I would go up and be like, hey, I'm a big fan of y'all. I've been following y'all for years. Y'all are my childhood heroes. Do y'all mind if y'all could do this for me? I'm an artist. I mean, I'm about to perform. Judge me off my artistry. Do you think that I'm even, up there? I mean,
I'm not even asking for them to just a judge. I'm just asking, say, can I get a, hey, what's good? This is ICP and we're fucking with Robzilla.
Yeah, I would ask them.
Alright.
And if they said no, I'm like, all right, well then fuck y'all.
What if they said? What if they said for a price though? What if they said for a price?
All right, well, I mean, this is my budget. I mean, real talk. I mean, I mean, I don't got a lot of bread.
But it's okay. That's you would just say this is my budget.
He's like, I'll just cut you an audio, no video, bro.
Hey, fuck it, I'll take that.
Take it, right?
Yeah.
I'll run with that
what
bitch
you
to
can
the
get
end of
and
time.
run with it.
Yep.
We asked Tech Nine for how much he would charge for a show,
Yeah.
and he laughed. He was like, I charge $75,000 just for a verse.
Oh,
But he
shit.
did give us a Sick Tunes shout out, so that was
No
cool.
shit on the house.
Yeah,
That's loud.
that was cool. But
Yeah.
he laughed when we asked him about the show.
He just
So I
gave
think he
us-
said, like 5,000. Like, I charge 75,000 for a verse, and like laughed at us. So.
Yeah.
But he was cool other than that. But he gave us a shout out for Sick
What was the shout out, like on a mixtape, or it was just?
It was on our Sick
Sick
Tunes.
So he just sent it to y'all on email, just a straight.
No, we were there with them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
so we
Yeah,
went
you
to go
gotta be
see him.
ready.
Yeah, we went to go see him in Dallas, and we got to meet him and shit. Him and Chris Calico. And we were just talking with him, but he gave us a shout out. But when we were all like, "How much for a show? Like $5,000?" He's like, "Nah, I charged 75,000 for a verse." Like, oh shit! we're all in there looking all stupid, like, "Oh shit!"
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
You give us a shout out. He's like, "Yeah, I'll give you a shout out."
75 grand for a verse. Damn. And that's crazy how like underground he is. If you think it mainstream and shit. Like a motherfucker.
Music video, everything.
Yeah, no shit, right? Even from the My City. But I don't think he took us that serious because the way we approached him, you know what I mean? But, he did give us a shout out and shit. So.
See, and I was watching y'all's Mondays podcast, and to add to that, it's like y'all were saying, like, people see Corpus as an easy lick.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, we shouldn't be seen that way.
Yeah.
They need to take us more serious because y'all said there's a lot of untapped talent in music, and I don't know what we're doing wrong, but I feel like we need, not saying to be, like gods or nothing like that.
I
No,
think we need more shit like this that's giving people like y'all platforms to get on and tell y'all story, tell what y'all got coming up. Like,
real
I
talk.
think we need more shit like this shit.
And like Freak was saying, he's trying to figure out where our roots, because our roots may connect with his roots.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. And that's why I think like a lot of these relationships, actually every relationship I've heard so far came from music in this room. You know what I mean? As far as Richard, I mean, that's kind of the obvious unless you went to school with him before music. But
Y'all
other
talking
than
about
that,
like hip hop wise?
just
metal-wise?
music, period. Just the power of
Corpus
music,
still
bro.
God's like it's still big. Like but the only thing they're gonna say, y'all all know what they're gonna say.
What's that?
Selena.
Well, yeah, I guess we're talking
See what
about
I'm saying?
hip-hop.
Like it just depends on which way you go, and like they don't even know that. What's the dude? He was young, moved to L.A.
Ian Dior.
and got big. See,
Yeah.
but he not gonna come back and say. Not saying he won't, but I'm like,
Yeah. Well, he came back. I think he did a show.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was here like recently.
No.
He
That was
was at
Brewster.
Brewster's.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
as
so
big
I
as he
think
is in the hip hop community,
Yeah.
he could change
I
a whole
mean,
bunch.
I don't know. That's another story for another time.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know where they're gonna oh, this is Corpus.
Yeah.
Not really know Corpus.
No, that is weird though, because going from the metal genre, I was real close-minded about rap music and stuff like that. Not as far as listening to it, but like making it or whatever. And then when I met Nate, I knew Blue from high school. We used to smoke weed together all the time. But when I met Nate and he had FL4 and he had this little phone cord as a mic or whatever,
Yeah.
I started fucking around with the Fruity Loops and I started respecting them more. You know what I mean? Like, man, it takes a lot to fucking make a beat. You know what I mean? Like an
Yep.
actual good one that people would vibe to or whatever.
Yep.
So learning that and getting the concept of that, like Nate used to kick me off the computer sometimes, like, nah, I don't fuck with the computer today. But then I got a copy of Fruity Loops and I'd be in my room just fucking with it. And I grew a whole respect. And then they started doing shows and I started meeting people like everybody here, you know what I mean? So it you know.
Corpus is out there though. People might
Yeah.
think it's not, but it really is.
And then you
know?
hear people from Corpus and their creativity and
Yeah.
how they write, how they rap, and how they deliver, and you know what they're talking about and shit like that. It's a trip because you're like, damn, there's people like this here in Corpus, like rapping like that. And I think that's what Nightmare saw in everybody. Like he knew it, you know, even though if we didn't know it, he knew it because he was real passionate about any local artist. Like, you know what I mean? Like he always had something good to say about every fucking local artist. Even if somebody else called like, nah, they suck. We're like, nah, bro. Like he saw like the potential in it. You know what I mean?
He saw you suck.
Yeah. So it was like it's crazy. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't have, you know, seen all that if I wouldn't have.
Through music.
Yeah, through music. You know.
I don't know. That's just what I was getting at. The connection everybody here has
Yeah.
came from music. Like I wasn't getting
Yeah.
at like who the biggest or nothing like that because
Yeah.
that's kind of there's too many of us for it not to be that same number.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like whatever names you just named, you name two. It should be like 200 or something.
Oh no, that's
crazy.
what I was
You
saying.
know what I mean? Like
yeah, I wasn't trying to go.
no,
into
I know.
my bad.
But I'm just saying there's that much talent here. Like you
Yeah.
can tap all these different things and you'll catch a different way
Yeah.
of maybe the same message. Shit, we all in the same street, so
Yeah.
you know, of course you're gonna catch the bridge on everybody's track type of thing. You know what I mean? Like you gonna catch Bayfront, maybe even T-Heads or something, but that type of shit we share. Homo Selena. You know.
Streets of Flatline.
But yeah, Streets of Flatline. Shit. The Nights of Nightmares like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Y'all want to drop y'all social medias before we get up out of here?
Oh shit. Escalade Todd on every platform now. Well, on Facebook platform and
Pete Quincy on
That's about it.
OnlyFans.com.
Is that a true story?
Chubby lovers.
I'm gonna see if that's an actual link and if it is.
He's gonna share it and shit. Goddamn.
Let me be a manager.
That's what's up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alejandro Cynical Saint Salinas. Local aggression, Dark Street Records.
What did you say you were gonna say at his thing? If we picked the song to sing at the memorial services, you were like, how's the song go?
Oh, cause we take it too far.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's my song right there,
Yeah.
man. I used to, every time I see him, take it to
Yeah, man, fucking.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, man. Nightmares met us, and we was just fucking, dude. We was already rolling when he met us. You know, we was already getting shows. He would call us and be like, "Hey, I got y'all show over here," and they're like, "Yeah, they just called us." Well, like, we was already talking to them, you know. But you know, it's funny. Like, I feel like Nate really gave him a hard time about being the manager, because Nate was like pretty much the manager. Yeah, before he came, he was talking to the people booking the shows. I'd go out and I'd talk to fucking venue owners and see what's up. You know, if I see a place struggling, I'd be like, "Yo, I bet I can get some people here. I bet I can get like $600 worth of fucking beer sales. You know, like, you let us do a show here or what?" They're like, "Yes." You know, like, all right, cool. You know, yeah. And then So I guess, that's what Nightmare saw. Shit, the show that he came was the show that we put together. He was like, man, I want to promote y'all. I want to do this and that. So it was kind of like a struggle between like promoting ourselves and letting someone else promote us, And then it was just kind of like, all right, well, shit. Hey, you're the manager, right? Like, come on, man. And I feel like he really started stepping his game up because, before it would be like, hey, he'd hit us up. We're like, yeah, we already know. Like, and then,
Now
he got
he's
us.
telling y'all.
Yeah, Then he started getting us out of town shows, stuff that we wasn't even like looking at, because we was local. I figured we'll take over the city first and expand. But sometimes it's the opposite.
Alrighty. Want to drop your social?
I'm hello, I'm Tara on Instagram. I have a lot of body paints and modeling stuff on there.
Alrighty.
And then you can find me, the ugly figure, Robzilla, at the official Robzilla on Instagram. And I need to bring up my Facebook at Robzilla. And then my TikTok, you can find my TikToks at the real Robzilla. And then you can find me on YouTube at Ugly Swag ENT. That's where you'll find all our videos, content, and everything. Make sure you do follow me for everything Robzilla, Ugly Swag. I'm always, sharing, what's ever going on here in Corpus, when I do see it, whether it be shows, events, whatever it may be. So just make sure to follow me and all these great people here. Don't forget to follow Riding High Podcast.
For sure.
DJ Little King, Freak, also known as Freak Man, also known as Freak and Silent Rob.
He was waiting for it too.
And I got the picture right here.
You have it ready?
Yes, sir.
Whenever you come back for a one-on-one, we'll go down that whole story down.
Oh, yeah, there
For
it
sure,
is.
for sure, man. The Riding High Podcast, DJ Lil King, Freak Man back here, Hexmore back here, Trill Spill back here, you know what I'm saying? This is Let's Chop It Up, man. Riding High Podcast, man. For everybody that's tuned in that don't know no English, homeboy gonna take us out, man.
Give it. Gracias para toda la gente de Rolling High. Rolling High. I mean,
Riding High, Riding High.
Although you put me on the spot.
Oh, my bad.
No, I'm not. I'm not.